What's up, everybody? I'm the Mana Dork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard deck for you. A player by the name of J-Bone Capone 5-0'd an MTGO League with this last week. And I saw this and I said, this is a wonderfully built deck. We're starting with Up the Beanstalk, 1 in a green enchantment. Whenever it enters and whenever we cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. Caretaker's Talent, 2 in a white. Whenever one or more tokens we control enter, we draw a card. This ability triggers only once a turn. Level 2, we get to copy a token we've got. And level 3, we get to give all of our token creatures +2/+2. Now, the wonderful thing about these two methods of drawing cards is that both of them trigger off of both Overlord of the Hauntwoods and Overlord of the Mistmoors, because they both make tokens and they both cost 5 or more, regardless of if we are hard casting them or playing them for the impending cost. And this gives us so much extra draw, it's ridiculous. Now we need to protect ourselves to make sure we get to the point where we can draw stuff. So we've got 4 Authority of the Consuls to help slow down creature rushes. 3 Get Lost, 2 Split Up, and 4 Sunfall to help keep the board clear of things that are going to threaten us. 4 Carrot Cake for a little card selection and a little extra token production. And then a singleton copy of Season of the Burrow. Again, making tokens, dealing with enemy permanents, and occasionally getting something back to our hand, or back to play rather, with an indestructibility counter on it. Now the only things we can really get back are the Authority, the Cake, the Beanstalk, and the Talent. But that's plenty. That gives plenty of options if that's the one we want to use off of the season. Last spell in the deck is 2 copies of Beza, the Bounding Spring. Lands. I've changed the lands that J-Bone Capone played slightly. I believe I think the only change I made was switching the numbers on the Hushwoods and the Brushlands. But the lands I'm presenting today, we've got 6 plains, 1 forest, 3 Brushland, 4 Hushwood Verge, 4 Lush Portico, 4 Razorverge Thicket, 3 Fountainport. And that's the deck. We're just going to make tokens, we're going to draw, we're going to make more tokens, we're going to draw, and we're going to win. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the likes and subscribe, and I'll see you over there. We'll try it. I'm not entirely happy with it. Would really like us another green source. And I think we'll be fine. Llanowar Elf. We will stop that nonsense right now. Bolt the bird, as the kids say. Well, we got our green source. Keep the thicket. Tribute to the World Tree. Take the damage, but we get 2 ramp. And now the world is our oyster. Next turn we've got Season, Sunfall, and a full-fledged Overlord all ready to do their thing. Use up all those map tokens. No change to the creature's size. Make the Beanstalk. Drop a land. Impend another Overlord. Pass it back. We're probably going to make some other largish monsters. Another Trailblazer. Whole bunch of triggers. What are you going to do with all those cards? Up the Beanstalk. We can't let them have more card draw enchantments than we've got. That's not right. Talent. Append that thing. And we get to draw off the Beanstalk and to draw off the talent. And drop. And pass it back. I think we're going to, unless something drastic happens, I think we're going to let them build creatures for one more turn. And then next turn we can Sunfall right before our Overlord comes out to play. Well, our first Overlord. We got a whole crew of them lined up. Thrun. Definitely worth the Sunfall. Look at them draw. They're outdrawing us so far. So it's not likely, but we will keep in the back of our mind the possibility of decking them. See if they do any attacking or bushwhacking. They do bushwhack. Block one of these. Wind up at 11. So we'll get the Sunfall. Authority. We'll hold off on that. And the turn. First Overlord in the rotation comes out to visit. Given thought. Beanstalk number 2. Sure thing. They've got a discard. They keep overdrawing their hand size. So decking them becomes a legit possibility. Attack, make a land token, draw off the talent. What is the land side? 10 or more permanents. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which he's going to have. But are we genuinely worried about this guy right now? I don't think so. I think we just make another Mistmoors. End of the turn. We're going to out-army this guy. Unless they've got something unexpected. I mean, they certainly could start bushwhacking things. Beanstalk number 3. They don't have the answer in hand and they're looking for it. We should be fine because between activating the incubator... Oops, hold on, we've got some action. No, that's the +1/+1 counter one, not the fight one. Anyway, as I was saying, end step we transform. Then we pump up the talent to where it's buffing our tokens. We should be golden. And we better block just in case they've got some sort of pump spell. And what do you got for 1 mana open? You can fight somebody maybe. Which is exactly what they do. Copy one of our lands. Buff the team. And march to victory. Keep this one. Start with our authority. See if they respect it. What does the bet take from us? And they say no to the beanstalk. Or they say yes to it. They say yes to them having it and no to us having it. So depending on how you want to word it, they say yes or no. Cut down on our little guy. And they come in for 1. Get out our talent. That slasher is unstoppable. dude. Keep that. We'll copy the dude. And this way, we can block the slasher, and even if they have a removal spell, we can still interfere. And then next turn, we'll be able to Sunfall. I got 2 removals. And that's going to put us at 10. Get those guys out of here. Make a token and draw off the talent. And then we'll be able to recoup some life here in a moment with Beza. See what's up top. Don't need you. Tapped creature. Bye-bye. Beanstalk. Another Sunfall's a good thing. He gives them a duress target. So I'm glad we were able to oblige. Bat to steal our Beza. Pass it back. We're going to hold on to this right now, because it won't be able to get past the foundry. Step. We'll make a fish. Talent number 2. All right. Copy our fish. Get some cards. Pen. Draw another card. And they want nothing else to do with us. We can try this. Beanstalk, all right. Green and red. So I think we're going to Authority instead of Beanstalk. We'll get a paw patch out of him, which is actually pretty good. That means that's one less enchantment removal for all these other things. And we will just run them out of Power Patch formations. Dragonhawk. Pop us for 2. Thinking that we have to beanstalk here. Try and get that extra land. That's not a land, but it'll certainly help. And at this point, it'll make a treasure token. Take one off of that. I think we impend here. And that does give us our 5th land for the Sunfall. See what they come up with. Torch, and that's going to do it. They got enough damage in before we could get to the Sunfall. A little too much in the colorless land department for my taste. But we are on the draw. And it's not like we have nothing to cast the first few turns. Sleight of hand. There's another green source. End that guy. He gets 3-stepped. Beanstalk. I'll pass it back. This doesn't seem like a matchup where authority is that important. I would rather keep the get lost available. Drop that now. That's still going to give us enough mana to Fountainport a token out if we need. Moment of truth. So they're doing some digging, but they haven't found, I'm assuming an Oculus is what they're hoping for. It's generally what this deck tries to do. Make a fish. Fish in for 1. Carrot cake. Don't think I want a second one. We're more looking for interaction right now, because we know they're going to try to revive somebody from the graveyard. we can get him to be lost. Take another token. I think we're good on cake. Copy the fish. Make it even, 2 of each. In for 3. Pass it back. Flood all that back to our hand and give us another dude. That was nice of them. They recommission. Start mapping it up. There's another one up top. And they're going to leave it. They leave it again? No. This is where we hope they be greedy and go for the second. Yes. Perfect. Sunfall the whole world. And they get frustrated by that. We like this one. See what the opponent's got. They are also a green-white player. Oh, but they're Toadstool admiring. And make some enchantments on their goons. See if we can get to how quickly we can start board wiping. We'll take a get lost because that gets rid of a ethereal armor easily enough. No blocks. No attacks. Block here. Blow up the ethereal armor. So we only take one. Head to that guy so we can block both of them. And then also by having a 2 power against their 2/2, we threaten the need to invest another enchantment. We're going to take that guy. Sure thing. Map it up so that they can hope it lives, which it does. They're going to gain a little life. But we are going to wreck their board here. As well as get our Overlord back in full form. And that did not work out how they hoped. And that's the deck. I'm very happy with it. We wound up with a 9-3 record. Spell selection was perfect. J. Bone Capone did a very nice job putting this together. I'm going to go ahead and include a link to his original build in the description below so that you can see what he had for sideboard, because I didn't happen to copy that over. The one thing I will point out is this is a slow and grindy deck most of the time. So if you were trying to find something to go up the ladder quickly, this is not it. But if you want some involved games, something where decisions matter, this is the deck for you. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw, or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash, or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.